Today we're taking a look at the HQT DH-2880 two-way radio. Well, here's one in a box. Let's open the box and take a look what you get as standard in this great device. Well, as you see, we got a DH-2880 two-way radio user manual. We got a battery. We got a charger, which is a desktop type. I'm going to leave that in there for now. We don't really need it out. And the same with the power supply, that's also included. We got a clip that screws on the back of the radio with two screws. We get an antenna. And of course we get the radio. There's also the two little screws included for the clip. There's also a little strap that can be used to protect the radio from falling. So here are the main components. Let's take a look how it all fits together. The antenna is a simple matter. It's just like all other radios. It just simply screws on at the top and screw that until it's tight. And the battery is a slide-on affair, like so. You hear it click. That means it's held in tight and it isn't about to come off anytime soon. Long Range Systems have been selling HQT radios for some time. We found these to be particularly useful in the lone worker and man down sectors, and we really have sold a lot of them. It's a radio that feels good in your hand. It's light, it's portable, and it's very flexible in the features that it has, some of which we're going to cover presently. By the way, this radio is analog compatible, but it is a digital radio also. It operates on VHF at 5 watts or 1 watt on low power, and on UHF it's 4 watts or 1 watt on low power. It's compatible with all Motorola earpieces and mics. And one of the things on this radio is the battery. This is a 1600 milliampere per hour battery, and it'll make the radio work for quite a fair amount of time. And one of the things to note with the battery is that if you're using this in digital mode, the battery will last up to 40% longer than if the radio is used in analog mode. That's something that's not generally sort of mentioned by many radio companies, but it could certainly influence your choice of radio. There are 1024 channels. That's 64 zones times 16 channels. The channel spacing is 25 kilohertz or 12.5 kilohertz, which is common on most of these types of radios. The operating voltage this particular radio, by the way, is 7.5 volts, which is typical of radios offering these sort of features at this sort of price. The dimensions of this unit are 105 by 60 by 35 millimeters, and the weight of the unit is 225 grams. And I can tell you that it's quite a lightweight radio for what it's offering. It's got lots of power in there, and it's small enough to be used in many ways. Another feature of this radio is the audio output. This is 800 milliwatts output, which is quite high actually. You find a lot of radios today are half a watt output, but this is 800 milliwatts, which gives this radio a bit of an advantage when we're talking about lone worker and man down and that sort of thing. So let's talk about the main features of this HQT DH-2880. It packs more of a punch than you might think. For example, these are most of the key features. There's twice the communication channels with 2-slot direct mode. There's up to 40% longer battery life in digital mode, which is plus 20 hours. There's an enhanced digital audio quality with reduced background noise. The display is backlit, it's multi-line and shows call information, messaging and much more. It's improved practical communication range compared to analog. There's a high 4 watt or low 1 watt power output for UHF, programmable per channel, and there's a high 5 watt or low 1 watt power output for VHF. It's compatible with conventional analog channels for migrating users. That's a very important aspect, which if you run analog radios and you want to get across to digital, this has got the ability to do that easily. There's up to 64 groups or zones of 16 channels for programming flexibility. There are other things like ETSI standard, DMR, TDMA, digital mode with AMBE +2 vocoder. Its loud and clear sound is 800 milliwatts, as I said earlier, and that does make this radio stand out a little bit more than some of the competitors out there. It's compact, palm-friendly design with easy-to-use, intuitive controls. Very simple to use. Its full suite of basic and advanced digital functions, including quick text messaging, emergency mode, contact list, private calls, etc. It's all menu-driven control of functions and settings. That's dealer configurable, so long-range systems can configure this in whatever way you'd like it done. There are 4 programmable buttons with dealer assignable functions. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The Motorola style 2-pin audio jack offers the widest range of accessories. The dimensions I've already covered and the 220 gram weight including batteries. Other features include lone worker, encryption, scan and Vox or voice operated transmission. It's supplied with a short 8cm aerial, battery, desk charger and belt clip as we showed at the start of this video. And there are a few other features worth mentioning. There's a timeout timer for the lone worker type of guy. The software itself inside the unit is upgradable, which offers longevity to the unit itself. And when you're talking about voice call types, you can have a private call, a group call and an all call. Other features on the radio are disable, radio enable, one touch call and remote monitor. Lastly, we did talk a little bit about secure communication, but the DH-2880 control the selection of RX contacts or RX group of voice and digital mode. Every single DH-2880 has a unique ID which enables users to do one-to-one conversation which will not be received by others. Besides this, it supports digital voice encryption in digital mode. We sell this radio at LRS UK because it offers a lot for a little. It's reliable, we don't get many of these back, we sell lots of them, and it's got that advantage of the Motorola compatibility for accessories, and I think that's a very important aspect. We have experts at LRS for HQT radios. If you are interested in anything to do with HQT, please do give us a call on 01782 53 7000, where our specialists can advise you accordingly and take you to the exact HQT radio or even other brand that meets your requirements specifically. It's an important aspect when you're buying radios not to just go on some website and just press a button and buy a radio assuming that it has all the features that you think you want. No, the best way is to speak to an expert at LRS UK. It's no obligation. We can even loan you a radio. And if you're interested in the Motorola earpieces, we can send you one of those for free. So please do give us a call. Now importantly, HQT, this particular model, comes with a 1-year warranty. Now that's not the longest warranty in the world, I must admit. But from experience, we know that HQT have very robust radios. That's important when you've only got a 1-year warranty. But the fact is that, as I said, we don't get many of these going wrong. We sell these radios because of all the features on them and the great price that they are at. They have excellent warranty. If you return one of these to us, we will handle the warranty for you. And if the fault is out of warranty or not a warranty fault, we can offer you a great quotation to get these fixed fast, efficiently and back in your hands as soon as possible. Well, that sort of concludes the overview of HQT DH-2880. If you want to learn more about it, you can call us on 01782 53 7000 and speak to one of our HQT experts. Alternatively, you can visit hqtradios.co.uk, and that's a website LRS UK has developed that handles HQT radios and also Opus radios, which are the two budget type of brands that we sell. That's it for now. Thanks for visiting, and we look forward to your call.